How you guys doing? It is Saturday, 4:05 in the evening. I can be here till 5 o'clock, and then I have to go feed my babies. Let me get this out the way. Hold on, guys. Hi, replay viewers. I think I'm going to leave this one up, but let me go turn on monetization on this. Let's see. View my channel. And go turn on monetization. 3 people in the chat say hi and hit the like, please, on your way in. Evie, go away before you knock my thing over. Money. Turn on monetization. You guys also let me know, what are you messing with? Let me know if you see mid-roll ads in the middle of my videos, because I never turn that on. I mean, I have to go put that in manually if the video is more than 10 minutes long, but I don't do it. I don't do it. As much as I need the money from AdSense, I can't stand watching somebody's video and every minute, literally every minute, an ad come up. I stop watching that person right away. Although I know that's how they make money, every minute, even a show on TV goes at least 5 to 7 minutes before you see an ad. Literally, this is every 60 seconds. There's a whole ad playing. I'm like, oh my God, I have to take my hand out the water from doing the dishes to skip the ads, take my hand out the dough. I'm usually doing bread when I'm watching people on YouTube, you know what I mean? All right, so let somebody come in and say hi first, and then I'm gonna get into my little story. Man, my hair looks bad right now. I'm having a bad hair day. It's okay. I'm just home. I threw on some lipstick so I wouldn't look like hell. Okay, guys. So, I wanted to show you guys what I was doing. But at 5 o'clock, I got to go feed the doggies. Let me get my glasses so I don't have to keep coming forward on you. Michelle, how you feeling, my love? Are you 100% restored? And I've been sitting on somewhat of a little secret too for a while now, since March 1st, and I can't share it yet, but I might be able to share it. I forgot, April 4th or April 5th, somewhere around there. I might be able to share it then. I might just make it in, say it in a video. I might say it in a live. I don't know how I'm gonna say it. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna tie out my hair because it's annoying right now. Is it like stalling why you guys are not responding? I'm grateful Michelle said hi, because I would have ended the live already. I go like 5 minutes, and if nobody comes in the live, I just end it. Because then I'm just talking to myself. And sometimes I know you guys are saying hi, but it's like stuck and I just don't see it. So forgive me. All right, so you guys remember I made this dress a while back, or maybe you don't remember. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. So this is a whole dress. It's an elastic waist. I'm always trying to learn how to do this elastic waist to where you can sew it like in a channel underneath the dress so the elastic is not exposed. Hi, Sandra, darling. Underneath the dress, because the elastic itches my skin. You're good, Michelle? Okay. So this is one of the best ones that I've made so far where I didn't mess it up. So let's go through some of the dresses that I've effed up, where they look good from the outside, but horrible from the inside, okay? You guys know I don't be lying. This dress looks good from the outside. This is one of my birthday dresses from 2 years ago. I love everything with bell sleeves. Joe hates bell sleeves. He can't stand it, but I'm not Joel. I'm me. And we're not going to limit each other into saying, well, you can't wear that because I don't like to see that. Joe wears a lot of crap that I don't like to see. And I'm like, okay, that's Joe. If that's what you're going out there with, that's you. You represent you. I represent me. All right? So this dress looks good from the outside. Elastic waist again. off the shoulder. Somebody asked me before, why did you just do off the shoulder? Because that was the easiest thing for me to learn to do. You guys know I don't know how to sew. I don't even sew none of this on the sewing machine. And in actual sitting down with a needle and thread, all your girl know how to sew is base stitch, which is a running stitch, back stitch, and hem stitch. I just learned blind hem the other day, and I'm learning overlock. I didn't know none of those by hand. I wanted to show you the waist. See? Look in here, look like trash. Look, see? All this the fray because I don't have a serger machine, and this fabric, one of these days I'm gonna be out in the street with this thing and it's gonna fall right apart on me. Thank God I'm always wearing it with tights and tank top and all type of shit. So at least I can not have to walk home naked, right? So see all this, and the elastic is not supposed to show like this because when this sits on me and the weather hot, it itches. So I've been trying to learn how to do a channel, which I did with this dress, but I can't take this off to show you guys. So this is why I brought this dress to show you. This dress has everything that I like. I like how it's light. I like that it's three-tiered. Is that how you say three-tiered or three layers? Shit, I don't know. Three layers, right? Right? See, Sandra, see? See, bell sleeves are nice because it's not a big, big bell. I like the three layers. This uses a lot of fabric, but it's three big rectangles that I make. The bottom one bigger than the next one bigger than the next. And then you're supposed to sew two base stitch threads through it, but Joe doesn't know how to sew base stitch on the sewing machine. He doesn't know how to make the stitches longer so they could become base stitch so that you could just pull it. And so I have to sew it by hand. I lay it on top of the bed and I just go around and around and around and around. And I only sew one. If you do it with a sewing machine, it says sew two. I sew one and I very carefully pull it to close it in. Okay? So your girl, when I'm sewing, it's stressful. So when you see that I'm gone for a while, for the first half of the week, Monday I went to my mom's grave with my sister. Joe took me to my sister, and then we all three of us went to my mom's grave because my mom is buried near to where my mom used to live and where my sister lives. So we went over there, and then Tuesday and Wednesday I edited every video that I had on my computer and posted. I was devoting a lot of time to making TikTok videos because the 1st of April they're going to assess whatever money I've made again, because you guys know I made that $120, but I still haven't received the $120 from TikTok. And I don't know when I'm going to get it because they're going to go dark again in about 7 days. And April 1st, I'm going to screenshot what they claim they owe me and just pray that they pay me April 15th, because I found that money March 14th, but it seems like I made that money from February 17th to March 14th. So it's not payable till 30 days later. So I think at least I'm going to get that 120 on April 15th. But they say they close off the next pay period on April 1st. So I'm pumping videos over there. Right now, I'm going to stop putting cooking videos because they take too long to make. From now till the 1st, I'm just going to put like the dog doing tricks videos or something like that. That's easier. Tiered, three-tiered. Layers are cake then, right? Or cake is tiered too? Michelle, I don't know why Joe doesn't like the bell sleeves. I just think he never got into that into the 1970s, right? And I was into it. I have pictures where I had this pretty pink dress with see-through bell sleeves. I remember owning that as a little kid, like 10 years or under, and I loved it then, and I still love it now. And I have a picture that I found the other day from high school. I only did one grade of high school in America, 12th grade. And I have a picture where I won International Queen. I don't remember that happening. I absolutely don't remember that happening. But I guess because it wasn't really like a voting type competition thing, it was just where they probably picked me because of my high grades. Anything that I won in school, I won from high grades. Anything that I won in school in Belize, like in primary school, I won because it was having to do with a fundraiser, and you had to like who raised the most money, for the school, or because in Belize in primary school, the churches own the school. So who raised enough money to for the school for that Mayfair that they're gonna have or whatever they're gonna do, the bazaar or whatever, then that person wins the popularity contest. So my mom used to put my older brother and me in these contests all the time, and whichever one is in it would win because my mom knew how to raise money because she would bake goods and make fudge. Belizean fudge is different than American fudge. and powder bun and all that type of stuff, and pepitos, which is the pumpkin seeds. And she would send us with that to school to sell at recess time. And the kids would flock to us. We didn't need no damn permits or nothing, right? And they would buy the stuff that we were selling, and then we'd take the money home to my mom, and she'd rack up that money. And the day after fair, so you would have like 2 months before the fair to do the fundraiser. And for 2 months, we would work hard. And people didn't know why we were selling that food. They probably thought we was poor. We were selling that food for the fundraiser so we could win the popularity contest. So that's how I used to win. That's how my brother used to win because my mom would raise a lot of money. And then when I got to high school, I won anything that I won here in America in high school was based on my grades because I used to get super high grades. Some of it is that I'm smart. I'm not a dumb person. But some of it is that I had the class. Shh, don't tell them, okay? I had the class in Belize before. Like I had Spanish 1. And when they say, you have to take Spanish 1, I'm like, okay, I guess. I didn't tell them I already took Spanish 1 in Belize. Why? My mom told them, don't tell people stuff they don't need to know. When these government people ask you a question, it's yes, no, maybe so, I don't recall. Don't be giving them no long sentences, okay? So some of the classes I had already. They didn't know that. They didn't need to know that. The only classes I didn't have before was like political science, US history, but biology, in Spanish 1, in English writing, and I had all those classes already in Belize. Anyway, I'm telling you all this long story to show you that remember when I made those series of skirts, probably last year sometime, the one that has the Paris theme on it and stuff like that. I made little hats to go with it, right? So I made a batch of clothes recently that I didn't make any hats for. So when I went to my mom's, oh God, I gotta get up. Let me ask Joe. Joe, can you hand me my 3 hats over there, babe? Can you do me a huge favor and hand me my 3 hats over there? I thought I had them with me. Thank you, baby.
Why do you work me like this, fam?
I work you like a runaway slave, too, baby.
Sure, all of them?
Yeah, all 3. Thank you, baby, with sugar. You needed to stretch your legs anyway so you don't get no blood clot. Thank you, boo. So I made this dress for my birthday last year. I love this fabric too. It's not fraying and stuff. And I went to my mom's grave in this dress, right? And if you notice, this has a darker pattern with the white bows. I thought for the longest time this shit was butterfly. Till Jada looked and said, you know them thing are bows? I said, what? So in this section of the skirt, I flipped the cloth over. And now it's white background with blue butterfly instead of blue background with white butterfly. So underneath here, it's not fraying. Why? Your girl got smart and she started to use pinking shears. So the thing no fray, because I don't have no not overlock, what you call the machine, serger. My mom sold the serger to one of Joe's nieces back in the olden days when my mom got sick, realized she wasn't gonna sew anymore. She took it home and sold it to one of Joe's niece, and she was forever grateful for that. So here was when I was trying to practice on the channel, but I didn't realize I had to make that friggin' channel, and so I didn't have enough fabric to do it with, and so you could see a little bit of the elastic showing. But every dress that I do, I try to learn a new technique to get better and better and better. So again, this is the same style of dress with the sleeve with Zibel, but I didn't have any hat to go with it. Why do I wear the hats? Because I'm thinning up here, and although I'm not super bald yet, it burns. The sun will burn me. I'm so glad I had a hat on that day at the grave because it was super hot. It was hot Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and today is cold. It was like, it didn't get up above 60. And that day at my mommy's grave was probably 90. That's why we get earthquakes over here, okay? So when I put on that other hat, Jada said, Mommy, you don't have no hat for this dress? What the hell, Mommy? Why? So I sat, and when I make my hats are 2 hats in one. See, the lining is not just a lining, it's actually another hat. Like this one Mexican lady that I met one time said, oh, it's two-faced. It's two-faced. When I sold her my apron, she goes, it's two-faced. It's two-faced. So I made a hat. I'm still not pleased with the template for this hat. And I don't know where I'm going to get a good template for one of these hats because I think I'm a little bit confused as to what type of hats I like for me. I kind of think I like bucket hats, but maybe I don't. And maybe Michelle and Sandra, who's in the chat, can tell me because 10 more people ain't saying shit. So maybe you can tell me what hat looks better on me and what you think I really like. Because sometimes I don't know what I like. Like one time somebody asked me what was my favorite color, and I said, I don't know. And Gina says, Mommy, your favorite color is a combination of blue and green. So any kind of turquoise or teal, you like that, or aqua, you like that type. And I said, oh shit, I didn't know. There are simple things I don't know about myself. Like I don't know my husband's foot size. I swear to God, I don't know it. I want to say 11. I know Jory's foot size because it's super huge. He's like a 14. So this is supposed to be like a bucket hat. It's still not sitting good yet because I need to do a top sew around here to hold it down. I can flip that up, but I really feel like covers it covers me up too much. What do you guys think about this one? I'm gonna friggin' wear it now. I'm gonna wear it with this dress until I get too skinny to wear it with this dress because I'm continuing on my weight loss. I weighed at the end of February and I don't think I lost anything. And so at the end of March, I'm finding my bearings again. I think I effed up in February, but March I've been really, really strict. Okay, so you guys see this, right, Michelle and Sandra? So see if you flip this down, you see the bows. You flip it up, you see the blues. So everything that when I design these hats, this part has to actually match with this part, or else, it's gonna look weird if it clashes. Like I wouldn't put this part outside and then put this fabric on this side. It would look weird. It would look too busy. Sis, I have to see you. I'll put on another one. I'll put on another style. So this is one pattern that I have, okay? This is one pattern. And it goes with this frock right here. So then I can flip this over now. I have to be careful because I have pins in it still from having to do a top sew. Does anybody know how to do a top sew by hand to where the stitches look good on the top and it looks good on the bottom? I don't want to do a back stitch because on the bottom, it's going to look like a garbled loop of mess. I want it to look like the way the machine does it, where it's same stitch on the top, same stitch on the bottom. Does anybody know if such a technique exists in sewing? If you do and you come into this live in the replay, please tell me. So now I'm flipping it over, same hat, same pattern, so don't worry about the pattern. But if you notice, it's just the blue and white. I don't have anything else that match this blue and white. But when I go to the store, I'll buy this blue and maybe make an off-the-shoulder shirt or a skirt or something out of that blue. So I can wear it on this side. Sandra said, I have no idea. Girl, you like me. So see, it's two-faced. It's two-faced. Now these hats, because I'm not using, what's the thing that jeans is made from? Not burlap, right? I think Crocus bag is made from burlap. Denim. I'm not using denim fabric, so I have to put an interfacer in one of the hats. Not both, but one of the hats. And by putting the interfacer in the hat, it stiffens it up a tad so it's not flopping in front of my face, okay? So this is one. So this is two hats that I sat down and hand sewed. And it's not just like I sewed the crown on. I base stitch everything on first and then I sew it. Then I base stitch and then I sew. Oh my God. I still don't have this pattern. I don't know that I'm going to bother with this one. Again, I really feel like the hats are a little bit too big for me. Like the brim is too big. Like it swallows up my whole head. So I don't know that I'm going to use this pattern again, but I might have to use a cross between this and another pattern. But hold on, stuff is coming up, okay? Hold on. So let's put that hat over there with this dress, because that's done. All right. So then the next one that I wanted to show you guys, this dress. I'm looking for the dress and I have it on. This dress that I have on, right? This don't have no bell sleeve, just a basic off the shoulder. Again, I do off the shoulder because I don't have any zip in this dress or no buttons in the back or the front. And it's for me to just climb into the dress or put it over my head. So the off the shoulder works best when I'm not using stretchy material, right? I'm using cotton. That's why I do a lot of off the shoulders. I know how to do it. It's easy for me to sew. And that's all I really know how to do in my sleep. So if somebody could show me a different pattern, like I think Myrna told me to do that princess. Is it a princess? Is it a princess cut for the neck? I think it's called a princess cut. And I learned how to do it on one of the dresses, and it came out kind of okay in this dress. I'll show you that dress is coming up. It came out kind of okay, but that was a stretch fabric, and I want to do it in a fabric that doesn't stretch. But when you're using like this kind of material, it's best to use like a piping around. Girl, I don't know how to do all that piping and stuff. I'm trying, right? So for this one, I made this hat, and this is the same pattern, the same same template as the first one. So and for this one, I can only have one seam in the back, or I can have two seams. I have two seams for it because I rather the two seams. Again, see, it's so, I can't keep the thing like that. I won't be able to see. So I have to flip it up like this. You got me? So again, it goes with this dress. You see this? It goes with this dress. All right? I'll wear it. Shit, I'll wear it, but I don't think I want to make another hat like this template, okay? All right. It's princess cut? Okay. Now look what I did with this one. When you flip it over, this is two hats again. In 2 days, I made 6 hats by hand. Put them together to make 3 hats, okay? In 6 days, in 2 days. Where's the pin? I still don't close up the seam, the turnover hole, so that's why I'm being careful. I could wear it like this with the same dress, right? You see how this has to blend with the thing? Or I can wear this. Wait it. This one. I can wear this off the shoulder top, and I'm gonna make a skirt like this one. A straight skirt with an elastic waist and a slit in the back because it's pencil skirt, so you need something open for you to be able to walk and sit down, right? Hi, Carla, darling. So this is just a plain gray one that I had to go with another top that I had some gray stuff on it, and I made a hat for it a while back. Where'd I hat there? Hold on. This hat. I used to have this top, but I got rid of the top. I think I made it too small for myself. I got rid of the top, but I still have the hat to go with the skirt, if you notice. So I could wear anything else with this, right? Now this is a different... Oh, let me not confuse things for a second. Hold on. I found a piece of fabric big enough. This is doubled. It's doubled. I found a piece of fabric big enough to make one of those straight skirts with the elastic, and it'll slit in the back. So I can have this part as a skirt, this part as a top, right? And it goes with this hat on this side. You guys see me do my couture thing, right? All right. So I got 2 usage out of the hat, right? With the clothes. So this is the same pattern. I'm getting confused now as to what the hell I'm doing. This one, I don't like how this hat came out, but like I said, we have 0 Fs to give. We are still wearing it. We're still wearing it, okay? So this is a reddish. I say reddish because this almost looks like reddish orange on camera, off the shoulder thing. And so I got the same fabric and I made a hat for it. And the underside is white. This is a different pattern. It can't go on because my hair is knotted in the back. But this, I don't want to put it too much down on my forehead because my makeup's going to get on the white. But I don't like this brim is too small and this part seems too tall. It can fit on my head more. I can pull it on more. But let me see if I can flip this up. Let me flip this up. Put it on more. I feel like... I see somebody walk up to the door. I know, I'm not gonna go look. Bitch, we black. Who we gonna look at no door? We ain't white. She want me to go look to see who at the door. I ain't going no damn door. Look how he act white. So this fits a little bit better. I'm just afraid to dirty this part, but it still doesn't fit me right. I don't think I'm gonna use this pattern again. Maybe this was more of the bucket hat than anything else. I don't know. Maybe this is the way I'm supposed to wear. I don't know. I think it looked better if I let my hair out. Yup, that's Evie, girl. That's Evie. Evie 5 months old now. Evie gonna get surgery in May for her to be spayed because she'll be 6 months on. She turned 5 months on mommy birthday, Monday. So that freaking pattern is out. Does anybody in the chat have a hat pattern? So now this is a true bucket hat that I bought from my friend, Killa Killa, right? From his product line. And I wear this a lot. Is this what I'm looking for? But I'm just not getting the brim stiff enough. Can somebody tell me if this is what I'm looking for? Because I really like how this fits me. Can somebody tell me, is this the style of hat that I'm looking for? Because I don't know friggin' what. And I don't know one hat from the next one.
I don't like it.
I know, you don't like this one?
I mean, it's alright, but I don't like it.
So you like this for like the beach?
Yeah.
But you don't like this for like if I go out somewhere?
Nah.
Okay, see? He voiced his opinion. He don't like the bucket hats, I guess. But he likes it for a little road trip or the beach, but not to go to like somebody's funeral. Which I think it makes sense. Sandra said, this is what I'm looking for. Sandra said, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, so this is a store-bought one. And I'm not taking this apart to get the template because then I won't have no hat. And I've tried to like mash it down and kind of draw out the template. But girl, I can't do it. I can't. I got to clean it up too. I've tried. Shit, maybe I can do it like with tracing paper. What do you guys think? I could measure this part up here. Girl. So then that would be my bucket hat thing. We'll see. So then I have this one that I made. And if you notice, the thread is all the way around and around and around, and the green grass grew all around, right? Denim. So I didn't need the stiffener, which made it good for me. And I wear this. Sandra, is this what I'm looking for? Is this the template that I'm looking for, really and truly? Because if I stick this out more, it becomes fedora-ish, right? Fedora is a hat, right? What do you think? Is this what I'm looking for, guys? So do I have to just make it with denim and let Joe sew that thread wrong? Is that it? This one fits good. It doesn't blow off in the wind because it's fitting tight around here. Not tight, but close. And I have some pants. Some pants that looks like this, but they're stretch pants. So I wear a long denim over the stretch pants, and they're bell. No, I don't like bell pants, but I like bell sleeve. And Penny gave me those pants, and they go with this part on the here. So she's getting Joshua. No, because my hats are two-sided, I can also flip it this here way. It might be this one, guys. So, oh, that red hat, I'm thinking it could go with this pumplum. I can't say it right. Peplum dress that I made. And this peplum dress, see, it's like it looks like a mini dress. Looks like a mini falda, but it's a blouse. It's a long blouse that you wear with tights and stuff like that. So this peplum dress, oh no, it's two different red. Does it look like two different red in camera? This looks more like a burgundy red. This looks like an orange red. Okay, so maybe not with this dress. Well, maybe I could flip this one over and wear the white. The white with this dress. We'll see. Expose the white. You like the jeans one? Okay. Okay. So I set that one aside. Now, these dresses, remember the princess cut that Myrna told me to do? I tried to do it with this stretch material. I know it kind of looks like just a V, but it's not straight up a V. It did come down with the princess type thing. So does this hat go with this? Might, huh? Might? Oh, no, 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 not on the ground. No, why? Why the white one gonna fall on the ground? And this is a blouse that is cold shoulder. But next time, I'm gonna try to cut it less of a cold shoulder. I cut one little snip, and this thing was like a big ass cold shoulder. I'm like, no, I'm gonna figure that one out too next time. Then for these ones, I don't have any hats for these ones. The purple and, well, the lilac and the green, but I do have a shoe like that. That's why I made that pattern to match that shoe. So one day soon I'll go to the store and I'll buy 1 yard of this and 1 yard of this, and I'm gonna make a two-sided hat to go with these shirts, right? So now let's go through the hats again to get the and what do I store these on? I feel like I need a big bowling ball or something to just sit them on. Joy, you okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this is that same pattern that I showed you guys originally that is too big for me, see? But I wear it. Nothing gonna stop me. This goes with that skirt that I have, right? My eyes are so tired from sewing for 2 days, guys. I have a lacing around this so that it doesn't blow off of my head in the wind, because the hat is almost too freaking big. But this is not just about the size around my head being too big. This is about the brim being too big too. That's the inside of that one. The flip side, I'm gonna wear this flip side on Easter. It has some bunnies in there. We're gonna wear it on Easter, because we know Easter is all about them bunnies. Lord, the Christians gonna come for me. Then this one I made to go with that other outfit that I have that has this Paris theme on it. Again, it's that same pattern that I'm gonna stop doing. Just sewed the thread and around on this one. See? It has pink. And the other side of that is music notes and the pink. You hear the bell ringing on the door? Evie doesn't want to go outside, you know. Evie's ringing the bell to tell Cora that it's almost feeding time. That freaking dog is smart beyond her I don't know what. Then this one, I think because I was messing with the template, I made this one too small. But it's so cute. It goes with that skirt that I have, and I like that Joe put all this white thread around it, right? And then this other side goes with another skirt that I have. You see? Right? So this is more the bucket hat again, but this can't even go on my head good. This one's tight. This one's tight to the point of I get a headache. If I continue to lose weight, will I lose weight off of my head? Somebody quick tell me. And before you laugh at me, look at them two fat twins on that 600-pound Life Sisters. When they that lady's so fat, her forehead fat. And it's not just like big forehead, it's like actual fat in her forehead. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, damn, I didn't know you could get fat there too. I have a skirt that matches this. Maybe this is what I'm looking. This is a third pattern. This is a third pattern, Sandra. What do you think? Love the pink and the lavender. Yeah. What do you guys think about this pattern? This is a third pattern. Is this what I'm looking for? Lesser brim. It fits nice. It's not too tight. Maybe this is what I'm looking for. This is more the bucket though, right? Then I could still flip it up. I think this is the one. But I don't want to take this apart to use this pattern. I don't know where the hell this pattern is at. And then look it, when I flip this one, I think I'm a good designer. It goes with this skirt. I don't like to have brown in my closet too much, but I do have like one brown outfit. But I don't mind gray. What do you guys think? I didn't get much sleep last night, guys. Jada went to a festival, a music festival, And she told me at 1 o'clock, she said she was leaving. And then it was 3 o'clock and she didn't get home yet. But I wasn't panicked because she was staying in touch saying, we're walking from the festival to the pickup location because her friend's brother-in-law was going to get all three of them. She went with a friend who's a guy and a friend who's a girl. And she said it literally took 1 hour to walk from where they were to the pickup location because there was so many people. And then she had to they got taken back to the girlfriend's house and where her car was parked, and then she took the guy friend around where Jory lives to go stay with a friend because he lives 30 miles that way. And then she came home. She got in probably 2:45, but she was texting me along the way to let me not panic. And every time the text went off, I'm like, I woke up. So I didn't sleep so good last night. And she went to the festival again tonight. But I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna, like right now it's 5. I'm gonna feed them dogs and take a nap till a couple hour nap or something, and then because I'm the one babysitting Evie. Evie doesn't want me to go to my bed. When I go to my bed, she claws at the door. She comes if I leave the door open. She comes and she comes. She wants me out here on the couch so she can go on the recliner and she sleeps and my ass doesn't sleep, right? And then when Jada comes home, she doesn't want to go in the room with Jada. She slept in Jada's room ever since she came home. It's been 3 months. The 27th made 3 months since she came. And already she's independent enough to sleep out here on this bed by herself. All I do is I take the trash can into the laundry room and lock the door so she doesn't get in the trash. I cover up all my wires for my computer and stuff, right? She has water out and we go to bed. And so far, 2 nights in a row, she's done that. And she's done a really excellent job with her little independence. Yeah, I kind of like this one. I'm kind of thinking this one, guys. It's not tight or anything. Then when I started to make these little hats, I got rid of some of my hats at my garage sale too. This little old lady came and bought almost all. I have a skirt that matches this fabric. And then I usually wear it with a brown top. And again, I made this thing here because this wasn't deep enough. This part wasn't deep enough that it flies off of my head if I don't have this on. So that's the bottom of that one. And I made this band so it would just be the brown. And then you flip that up, if anything, to go with the skirt. And then the reverse is that. Okay? This pattern is not the one either. I might have to tack this. No, I don't want to tack this on because then when I flip it the next way, I'm not going to be able to take it off. This one, I wear this one a lot in the summer. Again, these ones, I think these ones wanted to be bucket hats, but they were so shallow from here that they fly off of my head. When I'm walking, see, I have to tie things around it to rope it in so they don't fly off my head. So this is one that I like with all these different, what do you call these things again from Florida? What do you call these birds? Those birds. What do you call those again, guys? Then we have the seagulls on that side. See, these are my faves. Oh, this same brown one. Where's that brown one? Me and Joe messed up. Me and Joe messed up big time on these ones. Hi, Shari. How you doing? And when we ironed on the interfacer, we forgot to take off the backing because this one was different and it came with a back. You have to iron it on and you peel off the backing. And we didn't know that. So we put it together and it's stiff and everything, but listen, you hear that? That's the stupid backing left in there. So when it's hot, I sweat because it's like a plastic backing. That happened to this brown hat. I'm not taking it apart to fix it. It is what it is. And this hat. But if this was the hat that worked, the template that worked, I would take this one apart to fix it because although I have a green shirt to wear with this hat, and I wore this at Sarita's birthday party a few years ago, I don't like to wear this hat on camera because it becomes a green screen and people can put whatever they want to put on it. I do that every now and again. When I see somebody have on something solid green, I will download their video and I will just edit things onto the dress or the hat just for fun. I don't put it nowheres. I just showed Joshua. Joshua, look what I did with her dress. It was a whole green screen. I wonder if she knows that we can do this out here. Pelican? Is that thing called a pelican? No, not that's not a pelican. That pink one that stand up with one leg cock up. What that thing name again? Joe. What a pink bird name we lived at Florida?
Right?
That pink bird with the long legs.
Who?
That bird, the Florida. It's
Crane?
no, not crane, and it's not pelican. It's not crane or pelican, but that bird from Florida.
You talking about the pink one?
Yeah.
Flamingo?
Flamingo. Flamingo. Okay, see, Carla put it. Thank you. Diane put it. Yeah. Sandra. Thank you, guys. Yeah, see, she put even a thing. I always used to see that on Golden Girls. So if this pattern works, I would probably take this hat apart and use the hat for the pattern. Let's see. What do you guys think? It fits? It doesn't feel like it's going to blow off. Do you think this would be one that I could make hats to go to like somebody backyard party? What the hell is this, my hair? Backyard party, a funeral, what else? A YouTube event. What do you think? You guys, when I was sitting there sewing those 6 hats to put them together to make 3 hats, I didn't turn on nothing on TV except for Ion, Lifetime, channel, and Element, Lifetime Movie Network. And then channel 2 taped that soap opera that I'm watching, and I would watch 2 days in a row back to back off of the DVR. That I didn't even look at YouTubers on my phone. Didn't look at my card readers, nobody. So I didn't know what was going on in the world, right? Except if Myrna sent me a video, I might have seen that video later that night. The phone was right next to me. I just sat there and sewed till my eyes got tired. But I didn't know that they had an earthquake in Bangkok. I am so sorry for those people. My God, I saw that building come down like a pancake. Then I saw another video where this girl was taping while the thing was happening, and she's showing that water is coming from some pool above, coming down on the window. She was on the 27th floor. I'm like, yeah, you can't do nothing if you're stuck on the 27th floor, but damn, you don't stand near glass. Because if that sucker pops, you're going to get shards cutting you open. It's like, girl, get away from that window. These people are silly. These people of today, day and time, they have to film everything. Yeah, I want to see it, but goddamn, be safe, right? So this one would work, Sherry? I might take this apart. I might sit down and rip this apart and use this for the template. But if you notice this gather up here too, maybe this was giving me some trouble too. Who the hell knows? And I put this brooch up there. The other side is just a straight lilac. Okay, which other one do I have? Where's the one with the ships? All right, yeah. This is another one of my faves. This is when I first started. These are not really bucket hats. These are more like fedoras, aren't they? Maybe this is what I'm looking for. Who the hell know what I'm looking for, girl? I don't like when my ears stick out, though. I don't have big ears, but I don't like when they stick out. I'm invited to somebody's birthday party. This one looked tired. It looks stressed. Look at the vein. It's so stressed because I was doing all that fine sewing. The lady's gonna turn 99 on May the 7th, but she's having the party on Mother's Day. And I'm invited to that party, and girl, I'm praying for that lady to live. She ain't sick or nothing, but I'm praying for her to make it because I've been looking forward to this party since last year. I've never been invited to none of her parties. She always has destination parties where they go to Aruba, they go to Jamaica, they go all about the bloody place. I wouldn't go to those because I don't have money to travel. But this party is going to be at some church and some church hall, and this lady know how to party. This lady was the well-known caterer of foods in LA, and she cooked good food. She was a good caterer, but she stopped catering now. Finally, I think 2 years ago, she stopped cater at 97. This is one of the same pattern there again. I wear this a lot. I wear this a lot and get a lot of compliments for this hat because they like the words, the scriptures on it. And then the other side is that side. So, what do you guys think? Let me get my water, guys. I am dying of thirst. This one's empty, and I don't have time to go fill it, so I start on this one. Hi, Sim. You pop in the minute I gotta get a cup. Look, the cup matched the frock. It's hot today. I mean, it's cold today, you know. But so you guys know that I've been having trouble with my stomach since the year start, and a lot of it has to do with stress. The first quarter of the year is always stressful for me because I have a lot of permits and taxes besides income tax that I have to pay, right? And business license, all types of shit. Plus, I have that extra bill of that water heater that I'm paying, and so I've been doing all of that, trying to put out videos, try not to look at the news and get stressed out. So I feel like that played, I want to say 75% of my stomach problem was stress. Then the next 25% is whatever the hell I'm eating. So I had like almost 2 weeks of good stomach stuff where I didn't have pain, didn't have no gas pain. I was rotating foods off and on. Like, is it this? Let me rotate that out my diet. I rotated the kombucha out my diet. I put it back in. Every time I take it out, the symptoms are no less. When I put it in, they're no greater. They're just about the same. So I don't know that it's, the bubbles from that because I almost let it go flat before I drink it. Anywho, when I had the 2 weeks of good, where the hell are my glasses? I hope I'm not sitting on it. The good 2 weeks to where I didn't have the gas pain, I was able to think. You know what I mean? Thank you, Shari. This is one that I made. What the hell did I say, Sandra? Sandra is ready with her wrench. So if you're suffering some type of pain, even if I have a pain in this little finger, and finally I have a moment or two where that pain is gone, I can actually see clearly enough to figure out what's causing the pain, right? So that almost 2 weeks that I had of no stomach issues, no gas, no bloating, no this or that, I was able to like kind of look at my diet to see what the hell am I eating to trigger this thing off, right? So then I went to the grave on Monday, and the stuff started back again on Tuesday. And going to the grave didn't stress me out. You guys have been so kind to me. You guys reached out to me that day. People who know. If you don't know, you don't know. But people who know that it's my mom's birthday, like Carla, Sandra, and all of you guys that's been with me forever, you guys were so kind to reach out and to ask me if I'm okay. And we were okay. Me and Joe and Tracy went over there. It was a pleasant visit. We looked around for signs. I have a little story to tell you about one of the graves there, but I'll come back to that. Remind me, okay? So Tuesday, the bloating and the gas started again. So I figured because I didn't drink enough water Monday when I went to that trip, because you don't want to have to stop off the freeway to use the bathroom, and I didn't get in my water that day, because this has really blessed me because I measure and drink like 3 to 4 of these a day. I maybe got in one that day because my uncle Roger told me you need to stay hydrated. When you stay hydrated, your stomach issues are going to clear up. So I've been doing that too, right? So the pain came back, the bloating, the air that's just floating back up my esophagus is like, oh God, why? So I started to get in the water Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and of course it was friggin' cold in Southern California. So when it's cold, when it's like 60, 65 degrees, don't nobody want to drink no water in California. So I worked hard on getting in the water, and things started to simmer down again. And I woke up one morning and I said, I put in everything that I was eating last week, not this week that just ended. Today's Saturday, so not this week that's ending, but the week before. Remember when I made the meatballs? And then I put spaghetti sauce, and the first day I ate it with those noodles. And I don't eat a lot of those noodles. It's like a third cup. That's hardly anything. But the next day I did it with those bread and I made like the Subway and I had one for lunch that day. I didn't eat any dinner. The next day I had one for lunch. I think I might have had those meatball sub sandwiches 2 or 3 days in a row. And when I went to go look, it says that one of the things that cause bloating and gas is spaghetti sauce. I'm like, God damn it, why? That's what I get for putting the spaghetti sauce on the meatballs when Joe didn't want it like that. I got punished. These people act like their finger broke, Sandra, I swear to God. These people will sit in a chat, enjoy the damn conversation, and can't even do the free thing of hitting like. On a finger broke? Which sometimes I do go to people page and forget to hit the like, you know. But once somebody reminds me, I quickly hit it, right? We can't see you and nobody buys. Can I tell you guys a little secret? Be careful when you go to other content creator pages if you're hiding in the bushes, because if somebody puts out money and buys free membership to give away, and I can give away free membership too, you know. I just don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I'm going to go Google it. I'm going to go YouTube it to find out how do I gift free membership to you guys so you guys could come into the membership. I just don't know how to do it. You get 1 month free and you don't get billed for the second month because they don't have no bill on you. You have to be the one to renew it if you want to renew it. But sometimes people will come into other people's chat and they'll buy free membership to give away. They'll buy like 10 free membership. They don't pick who gets the free membership. YouTube picks it. And you don't even have to be speaking in the chat to get chosen by YouTube. You could just be hiding in the bushes. So be careful. When I go into people's chat and I don't want them to know I'm there, I log into my burner account. I have a burner account. I have mostly 16 YouTube channel, you know. I have about 16. I swear to God, how many do I have? I have the three. Bear Pantry Show, Bear Pantry Talk, Bab's Bear Talk. Those are my three main ones. Bab's Bear Talk used to be monetized, but it's not monetized anymore because I don't meet the viewership criteria. And of course, I stopped putting, the minute I don't make money, I stop showing up, okay? Then I have Miss Bear Pantry, that used to be Mac Ball Printing. Then I have MacGrin66, that used to be, that's my original YouTube that I used to operate under until I started to do the cooking show and then I made the cooking show. So that one has just like 12 family videos up there and that's about it. Then I have the other one that I started the ending of last year that I wanted to teach how to do YouTube over there, and I put up about 8 videos and then I quit. I love that channel so much because it looks sleek and clean. It has a nice banner. It has a nice name that I don't want to share it yet with you guys. And it has about 8 videos that are sleek looking and it's what I want to do. But I quit. Why? Because I wasn't making no goddamn money. Thank you, Carla said, buy them books, buy them books. Oh, the next set of books are coming in, and 3 is already spoken for, and somebody told me they wanted 1. So 4 is pretty much spoken for out of 6 that I bought. You guys know I'm turning over one little $100 that somebody blessed me with. I keep turning it over and I keep taking the profit to put it into other books that I need to buy, right? Yeah, so anywho, the what was I telling you guys? I already forgot the whole shit that I'm telling you guys. Oh, the stomach thing. So the spaghetti sauce was one of them. What else? Avocado. Who the hell knew that
It's
avocado
almost
caused bloating and
5.
gas? Then thing they back there in the can you put it to heat?
Yeah, where's that? The fridge?
Uh-huh.
High fridge?
Yeah, if Coraz is not in her black thing, it's one of those see-through thing that Nisa gave you or something like that. Yeah, so avocado causes gas and bloating. Oranges. That's what I ate the day when I went to my sister. We picked oranges off of her tree and her neighbor's tree. Oranges cause gas and bloating. I like, what a Ross this? I'm eating all the shit that's causing gas and bloating. I don't know why I'm getting gas and bloating. So when I went into Googlecations and I said, what the hell do I do to stop this gas and bloating? It says to go on the FODMAP eating plan. You find it?
I think I found the things.
Cora's might be in a different container because I can't find the other black one.
I found a black one filled with liquid.
That's why I can't find the black one. Take that out. It probably gone bad. Bring that close. I think that's just bread.
I think I saw a crouton in there.
That's just bread, yeah.
Oh, okay.
She has actual food, like a whole dish made.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not one anything needs to give you. It gives you nausea. It's because it's probably giving you gas and bloating. No, keep in mind, I never even liked avocado when I was growing up. I couldn't even let that thing touch my hand. It was gross. And then I trained myself to like avocado because they say it's good for you. Good fat. And Joe was eating a little Haas avocado every day for breakfast, and he would leave the half sitting on the counter, and before it got black and had to be thrown away, I'd dice it up and put it in my salad for 2 meals, lunch and dinner. I was like, what the Ross is going on here? Joshua, you gonna find anything?
I found one. Chill out. Chill out. Chill.
Okay. I have the dog dinners. I have to set their breakfast and dinner in containers ready because it's been overwhelming. Evie is just, look how she to ring the bell. She's over there ringing the bell to tell Cora that the food is coming.
Alright, this is a liquid. This looks like somebody's thing.
Yeah.
Which one is this?
Cora.
Cork?
Evie's always in the little thing.
Okay, that's not this.
Put that back. I'll have to make more dinner, more breakfast and dinner.
Oh, yeah, hers is tiny.
Really, Sandra, that's good to know. Maybe there's something. They want on the island on the butterpear, huh? Yeah.
Okay.
They want on the island on the butterpear. Maybe they say it's the fat in it. Then remember, I don't have no gallbladder, right? So then it says, listen, Linda. Listen to the next thing we cause bloating and gas pain. I was near tears. Peanut butter. I eat 1 tablespoon of peanut butter at least 4 times a week with a slice of sourdough toast.
Basically, if it makes you happy, don't eat it.
They say the sourdough toast is good for the stomach because of the probiotics. I make my own, right? Now, I got off everything. I went on the FODMAP thing because Kaiser had me do that one time. Get off the thing. You're not supposed to be on the FODMAP for more than 7 days or so. And because you don't get a lot of the nutritious stuff is gone. So I got off and I just started to add things back in one at a time, 1 day at a time. 1 day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking of you. Hey, Kathy. Kathy, the books are on their way into the shop right now. Amazon took my money yesterday, so the books is coming.
It says they've been shipped.
You know, say if they out for delivery?
No, I just
No?
saw shipped last
Okay.
time.
Because they took the money yesterday, I think. Yeah, so a lot of the things that I was eating, and like Joshua says, basically anything that tastes good or is good for you. It's not even the bad foods that F me up. It's not the powder buns, it's not the cakes, it's not the ice creams, because I do lactose ice cream. It's not that sucrose, whatever the hell. It's not that sugar. It's the fructans. Oh God. That sugar that's in ketchup, cannot do it. You know what I do if I'm going to make fries? What I dip it in? Caesar dressing.
Caesar.
Because we make our own Caesar dressing. And I don't put anything in there that I don't like. I don't put no soy sauce, no what the thing called Worcestershire sauce. Don't put none of that. In Belize we call it Liam Perrings. Because that's the brand that makes that sauce. But it's Worcestershire sauce, right? That's one word I can't say good. So I don't put that in there. I don't put no Dijon mustard because I found out I'm allergic to that. Remember when I was making that the first time? The tip of my tongue would go numb for 2 days. I'm like, what the F? What the hell is going on here?
Big pop energy.
Kathy, I think it's true. I think we body change. But if my mom was alive, she would let you guys know that I've been this way since I was a baby. She always said I was made in drainings. Because my brother was due in November and he decided to make his entrance in September at 28 weeks along in the pregnancy. He made it. He's still alive. He's going to be 60 years old this coming September. And then I'm going to be 59. I never used to call us Irish twins because I always thought Irish twins were 13 months apart to be exact. But I think it's anything that's close, like 10 months apart, I have a cousin who had kids 10 months apart, so that's possible. 10 months apart, 11 months apart, a year apart, 13 months apart. I think that's that area where we're called Irish twins. Me and my older brother are Irish. You want to know something? Hi, Richie. Remember my friend Troy's? Troy's birthday is August the 8th, right? I'm not telling nobody's secret because it's publicly known. My birthday is August the 14th. He told me he had a brother who was 11 months older than he was, or than he is, and the brother, the brother's 11 months older than him. And so I said, so when's your brother's birthday? Because I knew it had to be September because he's August the 8th, right?
You see those hops? He's hopping on two legs pretty well.
Uh-huh. And he said, my brother's birthday is September the 20th. And I said, that's my brother's birthday.
Wait.
My God.
Sit. Wait.
Wait.
Ooh.
Can I wait?
All right, wait. Hey, sit. 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 Wait. Wait. No, wait. She's like full energy ready. Wait.
She literally eats 3/4 of a cup of food in 2 bites. She
All right,
doesn't
stop.
chew.
Sit. Sit. Hey, sit. Sit.
We have to stop her because she's not chewing.
Oh, pig man.
See how we can touch her and stuff? We don't want her to be aggressive with food.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yes, that's how we are, Kathy. So she rings the bell to tell Cora that the food is coming. And then Cora she understands the assignment and she comes and she waits.
She acts like she's starving, but she got food off of all of us.
Thank you, Richie, huh?
She acts like she's starving, but she got food off of all of us.
Yeah, and she's waiting to go lick Cora's bowl clean. And Cora is to the point where she's not leaving nothing
Nope.
in her bowl. She used to leave shit in her bowl, not anymore.
Survival of the fittest.
She love food. We can't even mukbang no more because she stay on peg.
And she'll get brazen too. She'll start barking.
She'll bark if you don't give her a little. I give her very little, because I don't want her to get fat. So I'm very careful what I feed her in between meals.
I give her a fry.
That's why I have not upped her food from 3/4 of a cup in the morning and 3/4 in the evening. She's eating rice now, and I cook the rice to the point of rice pudding. It's like a porridge, rice, oats, sweet potato, pumpkin, ground turkey, chicken, and mixed vegetables. So when I cook the ground turkey and I put the mixed vegetables in there, I put it through the food processor and it becomes like mushy dog food. And that's what she's getting. But I do 3/4 of a cup in the morning, 3/4 of a cup at night, because in between everybody feed that little Roomba. They don't give her a lot, but it adds up. I feel like Jada gives her more than us. We give her nibbles.
Jada has to give her
If I give her like let's say if it's a crouton, what the hell am I doing?
change the back. I hate how sensitive these remotes are.
Where's the remote though?
I don't know.
Okay, let me get her.
You sneeze and that thing changes. Or
You see
turns
it?
off.
Right here. Fix it for me. Like if I give her like a bread crouton, literally one crouton. If I give her like a chip, literally one chip. Thank you, Joshito. Literally one chip. I ain't feeding her. She eating good. I'm so glad that she came though, Richie, because he turned 10 on the 17th. You know what? I didn't realize that you guys adopted a dog that was that old. Man, lucky is lucky indeed, because people don't like to adopt old dogs. Me personally, why I don't like to adopt old dogs is because I don't want to cry again. I don't want to cry again right now. Cora's going to be 12. Cora's going to be 12 sometime in October. Evie's birthday is October 24th. We have 2 October babies now. And Joe. Cora's going to be 12. And I don't want to weep right now.
Hey, well, she's in pretty good shape for her age.
He's an old guy like you. He looks young though. He looks young. She's very smart. We didn't even realize she knew how to stop eating if we just told her to stop. You know, wait, stop, sit. She knows how to back off her own. We used to have to pull her off the damn food. Now she knows how to back off. She picks up things pretty quickly. You know, all our dogs were smart to a degree, but Evie is the smartest one. 14 but the smaller dogs live longer. See, Kathy, we were like that with Wednesday. Every time we would love up on Wednesday and go, God, I don't want to think about that day. And then we shudder and go, oh, we don't want to think about that day. Oh, God, no. And we didn't live in fear of that day, but we shuddered every time we thought about that
I
day.
thought it would take longer.
We thought we had 12 years with her at least because we got 12 or 13 out of Diamond, and Diamond was a Roddy mix. So we thought we had some time. We didn't think all we were going to have was 10 years. And then whenever we start to whine and complain about that, we hear other people's stories where they say, I only had my lab for 6 years. And then the lab got the same thing, the tumor on the spleen. And then I lost her. 6 years? I say, okay, shut up. At least God gave you 4 more years. Shut up. Don't cry. I've never been to one. He has a spa appointment every month. Oh my God, look at him.
The dog?
Uh-huh. That's Richie Rich's dog. Kathy said something. My brothers are 11 months apart. They are the same age. Yeah, that's me and my brother. My brother, I will turn 59 August 14th. My brother will stay 59 with me until September 20th, and then he will turn 60. The last party my mom had was when my brother turned 50 in 2015. And the next year I was going to be 50 in 2016. And my mom wanted to give me a party so bad because she gave my brother a party. She didn't have to because she already gave me a party when I turned 42, and it was a really off the chain party. So she didn't have to do that. But she wanted to. She was proud of her kids making it to 50. And so when she got sick again, I was fearful that she would not live long enough or be well enough to attend the party that she wanted me to have so badly. And how awful that would be either way. And so I told her, no, get better first. And even if we have to have the party in October or November, we'll have the party. Just get better first. But then she passed June the 7th. So when I turned 52 months later, that was a sad day for me. I couldn't pull it together that day. I stayed in bed all day. I could not pull it together that day. Sandra was there. Remember Sandra? Samantha, see, you understand, see? I know. I could love an older dog. I definitely could love an older dog, but I just don't want to cry that quick. I'm like, no. But Lucky is a smaller dog, so smaller dogs have longer life expectancy, you know? So let me tell you something about the grave. So whenever we go to the burial ground, where my mom is buried is on top of a high hill. I'm sure you guys have seen the short video that I made with me and my sister and how we had to climb. I sped it up somewhat that we had to climb that hill. So I think the plot was $5,000. And if we wanted a plot that was $3,000, do I have it reversed? I think I might have it. No, I think I have it correct. It was like down a steep hill that it looked like we would have to like propel down there with ropes to visit this grave. I don't even know how to get the caskets in the damn hole. It's all hills. So when we get there, there's a flat landing area that they have some graves there. And we always look for this little boy's grave. I never read his gravestone before, but we know that it's a little boy that died because they always have a little boy's type of toys there, like a baseball or some dinosaurs or something to decorate the grave. And they keep, whoever's his loved ones, they upkeep it. They really upkeep it. So once we find his grave, we beeline straight up for my mom's grave. So we don't have to climb at the wrong spot and then have to walk over to her grave either way, because that would be worse to walk up there on a slant. We want to climb up there, sit the hell down, and then climb down when it's time to go, right? Or slide down on our butts. So this time when I was leaving, okay, so when we got there, the grave next door to mommy's grave, the guy that went in there was born in 83, so the year before my baby brother, and he died on December the 7th, 2016. Mommy died June the 7th. So I found that odd for both of them to die on the 7th. Different month, but on the 7th. I'm like, ooh, okay. So I don't know if he was some type of cholo or something, but whenever you visit there, they always have beer that they left for him, like bottles of beer, and they have different food items and stuff like that. So this time when we went, they had 2 bottles of beer. They had some what do you call the it's confetti, but it's like how glitter looks, like some glitter confetti. They had some shiny glitter confetti that was thrown, I guess, on his grave, and all of it blew on top of my mom's plate. And so we couldn't even find hers. We had to, like, my sister had to use a throwaway mask that she had in her pocket to just kind of sweep it up, or else we would have to go back to the car to get a broom, because she had a little broom with her. But the car wasn't far away, but child, the hill is tall. We didn't want to climb it again. So we would have sent Joe. Honest to God, we would have sent Joe. So we cleaned it up and everything. We looked over there. They had the confetti, the beer, and an overripe banana. That's what they left for him this time. So I'm like looking for signs, like, Mommy, what do you want to tell us, right? So when we were leaving, I went to go read that little boy's grave. And I'm not going to say his name out of respect for the family, because I don't want nobody to go look it up online, right? But he passed away in February of 2018, not 2016 like Mommy. And he was 10, I think, at the time. I think he was 10, because this year he would have been 18. This coming in the summer, he would have been 18, but he died in 2018. Now, my sister doesn't like the number 18, because my grandparents used to contract that number for the lottery in Belize, and they would only win once in a blue moon. They lost more than they won on that number. But I just thought the number was special because for some reason my grandpa liked the number. I don't know why he likes the number. Maybe one of his outside picnic name was born on the 18th of something. I don't know. I don't know why my grandpa liked that number. But I like the number. My mom liked the number fine. Jada likes it, but my sister hates it. My Uncle Roger hates it. They said it's an unlucky number. So every time I see 18, I get excited, but my sister's like, oh, no, not the 18. So on the way, after we went back to her house, because we went to her house first and then she drove us over there, because she knows how to find the damn grave. I don't know how to find the grave. So on the way home, when I was in my car, I called her up and I said, you realize that little boy died in 2018? And this year, when we read his information, he is going to be 18. Well, he was going to be 18. And she goes, ooh, 18. Oh, she shuddered. So I told Uncle Roger, he's like, I'm not buying a Salas number. That's bad luck. I told my Aunt Nita, and I was telling everybody that would listen, I found that odd for it to be 1818. My auntie called me Wednesday, I think, or Thursday. And she said, you know what the bloody man play for daily four? I didn't even know they had a daily four, because I don't buy no damn lottery. I said, what? She said, 1818. For real? For real? Okay, okay, I'll give you a call. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Praise God, she's good. Praise God, she's good. Not mommy. No. You see Richard in this chat? Richard always tells me he gets along so well with all his siblings. They love each other. They look forward to spending time with each other. And I find that so amazing, because my mom only had 4. And only me and my sister get along. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm not going to say anything else, okay? I want to leave this live event up, so let me not talk about these people. Yeah, so anyways, I don't know if I picked up any messages from mommy when I went, because I look around to read other headstones to see if there's something. One time my sister went there and they left money for that dude next door, I think, and my sister found money on my mom's grave. She found a $5 bill. And she said, I'm saving it to buy one of these big lotteries with it, right? You see what Richard says, so you know I'm not lying. Richard said, yes, all six of us, we talk every day. See, I really, really appreciate that because we don't have that in my family. I think both of my brothers were spoiled by my mom. And I don't, I don't deal with abuse. I start to kind of spaz out when anybody talks to me abusively. I can't. I can't. So I love you till the day you die or I die, but I can't be in your life. I chose that. I chose to walk away. No hate, no fight. We're not fighting. We're not fighting. When my younger brother picked a fight with Jada and it escalated, I stopped Jada from responding to him in the way she wanted to respond to him. Because I don't like to eat back my words. I don't like to apologize. I don't like to listen to apologies. Just don't effing hurt me. If you set out to not hurt me, you will never have to apologize to me. Never. Just set out to not hurt me. That's what I do with people. I set out to not hurt them. And I'm not just talking about physical hurt. I'm talking about hurting with the power of the tongue. And I try to be so decent to people. Every day, that's my goal. Get up. You know what I'm thinking right now I want to do? I just had the idea last week. I want to cook some food. Some Belizean food, like some stewed chicken, rice, and beans, potato salad. I don't plan to cook that till Easter. I'm going to cook my turkey. I have a turkey since Thanksgiving. I'm going to cook that turkey for Easter. But I was going to cook some and package it up into throwaway containers and throwaway utensils and stuff and take it down to my post office and just arrive with lunch that day. Even if they brought their own lunch that day, who cares? They can make a plate and take it home for dinner. I've done that before a couple of times when Anthony was working there, but he's retired. But I know everybody there. I know everybody by name, except the people who work in the back. There's like 3 of them who work in the back. I don't know their names, but the ones that work in the front, I know them. If I go in and Joe doesn't come, they ask, where's Joe? If Joe go and I don't come, they ask where I am at. When I had my knee problem and I didn't go, if we go, we don't see one of them, we ask where the other one's at. Why is she not here? Why he not here? That's what I wanted. I wake up every day thinking of something good to do to somebody. But one, I stay far away. Yeah, me and my younger brother don't talk because he had a fight with Jada. And it got ugly. And he said some ugly things to her. And he's her uncle. And I told Jada, don't respond. Just block him, don't respond, just back off. You don't want to have to eat your words. And to this day, Jada mad at me. Jada said, why didn't you just let me say what I wanted to say? I would have been satisfied, and he still wouldn't have talked to you, and he still wouldn't have talked to me, and I still wouldn't have cared. You cook every day? Oakley, is it Betty or Batty? You cook every day? We don't cook every day, but we cook like every other day. Like we'll cook enough for today and have some for tomorrow. Then we'll cook the next day and have some for the next day. So it's every couple of days we cook. Carla, are we going down this avenue? Kathy, you know what? Mother's Day doesn't bother me. Mother's Day doesn't bother me to have to cook. Honest to God, I don't mind. I've never been one of those moms where it's Mother's Day, so I'm going to take off and file my nails and go to the spa, eat bonbons, and I don't want my kids. I never understood that. I never understood why people picked Mother's Day to say, I don't want to be near these kids. Take them somewhere and just let me bask in my own thing. You know, I like my kids around me. I liked them around me when I was little. I never left them anywhere. The only place my kids ever got left was at my mom's, and that was once in a blue moon because she lives far away from me. And they would spend a couple of overnights at one of Joe's brother who used to live around the bend, but now he lives in Oklahoma. And that was far and few between that they would do that. And I like my kids around me. I like them around me now that they're grown. Jory comes here visits. He comes here either on a Saturday or a Sunday. I don't know when he's gonna come. I just hear my door chime go off and Evie starts barking like, who the hell are you coming in my house? Like Evie still don't know who the hell Jory is. Till Jory gets in here and takes his sunglasses off. Then she'll go, oh, it's you, it's the uncle. You know, but when Dean comes, she falls apart. She lays over. She's like, oh my God, it's Dean. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God. Jada's friend Dean, remember he stayed with us like a week or two when he moved from the ranch because he was displaced for a minute till he got a room. He got a new job. He was working for the casinos. Don't work for the casinos. They're god awful to work for. Um, he was working at a, not at the casino itself, but at a remote location. And he got a new job for a hospital, and it's a Christian hospital, so they have to pray every day at the start of the day. And he says it's kind of nice. You know, he's not into any church or anything, but he goes, it's kind of nice. And they like him, and they tell him he's doing a good job. He's been at the job for 1 week already, and the job's been in process for over a month though. And he's really liking it. So he says thanks to everybody who prayed for him. Okay, that's my stepdad. Let's see. Richard said, I got a bone to pick with it. You say you hold grudges like Michael Myers. I think I hold grudges too. I think I do. Because I will see, I remember this heifer from high school in Belize. I'm not calling her name because she got married into the family of all effing things. She got married into the family to a distant relative. And I swear to God, I know it's that girl that set me up in high school that went to the teacher and told the teacher that I had head lice. And I didn't have any head lice. I had dandruff. And when my mom went to America and left my dad for a spell, I don't remember how long the spell was when she left. I don't know if it was a month or 3 months. But he followed her, made amends, and they stayed here in America for a while in San Francisco. It was Sacramento first, then San Francisco. They lived in Northern California, and then they went back home before they violated their visas, and then we came like 2 years later. Okay, so when we lived with my grandma, I couldn't wash my hair every day. Maybe that's why I wash my hair every day. I wash my hair every day. Every day. It's like one of those obsession type things. I can't I I can't skip a day. I feel like I'm going crazy, right? So back then you couldn't wash your hair every day, right? So I had a lot of trouble. I have trouble with dandruff now, not as we speak, but different times of the year, right? And I showed you guys the thing before that I used that company came on from England, and I was doing like a what do you call affiliate thing with them, and the product really works, but the shit's expensive and it has to come all the way from England. That thing works. Oh, one of them cyber trucks just went by, so somebody should stone it with a rotten tomato. Yeah, so it was dandruff, and it was not nits, it was dandruff. And somebody told, and I think it was her who told, because she sat behind me in class, and she kept saying, Barbara, you not afraid? Barbara, you not afraid? I'm like, afraid for what, right? I'm like, then she starts to spook you, because it's like, what does she know that I don't know, right? I'm like, what do you mean? Afraid? Afraid for what? She laughed at me with her silly looking face. She has a face where somebody looked like they took a cast iron skillet and whopped her in her face. She has a pan face, right? And I said, what the hell? If she did it and she remembers the story, she know who the hell I'm talking about, because I've been very vague, right? I've been very vague. So then the one of the nuns, Sister Victoire, she had like watermelon boobs, and we used to call her Sister Mount Everest. That's what we referred to her as. I don't know if she knew that. And she came and fetched me, and she took me to the nunnery. Is that what they call the place where the nuns live? No, I won't seek revenge. Oakley, I won't seek revenge, but I'll hold it against you. I remember what the hell you did. Where the place name where the nuns live? The convent. The convent. She took me to that place was pretty. We never got to see inside that place, even though we went to a all-girls Catholic high school. But she took me into the convent. They had like big, long-ass dinner tables, pretty sofas to sit on, and, you know, poor thing. They didn't have a life outside of the nunnery, so they had to make it luxury, right? The convent. They, I remember a damn dirty joke too they used to tell about these damn nuns. Yeah, she was nice. She was a nice nun. Not that she was mean, but she took me there and she said she's gonna wash my hair out with kerosene because I have head lice. And I said, no, I don't have head lice. My auntie would have told me, my mom's auntie, my grand aunt, because she helped me. My hair was always long. She helped me comb it and plait it and stuff like that, right? She would have told me. And she's like, no, no, no. And I said, can you just send me home? Just send me home, please. Please send me home. I said, because I didn't have parents. They were here in America. I only had grandma. Grandpa was living in another district, working with a whole side bitch and 4 kids. I hear one of the kids live here in Fontana. Of all effing play, ooh, child, I could really turn this channel around and start to make some money, you know, off of family drama. I could turn this channel into a family drama channel and put out so much shit that it would make your head friggin' spin. So many people tell me to write that book. Why don't you write that book? Like that book that I wrote for my mom, that's what my mom wanted to say in her book. And she said, if I only have time. But I could go and write the whole next side of the story and put, I got time today, bitch. I got time today. That's what I'll name it. I have the names them too, okay? So they sent me home. They gave me a note. They sent me home. Evie, don't you see my tripod over here? You can't pass here, baby. You're going to have to learn what these tripods are. I know you're new to this. So, my aunt, my granny's sister, she checked my hair and she's like, girl, you don't got no damn head lice or louse you have, or head lice. You have dandruff. So she tried, you know, got the Head and Shoulders. That's all they had back in the days, right? That shit don't work, by the way. Head and Shoulders, Selsun Blue and all that shit don't work. Don't use it. It'll look like it works when you first start to use it for a couple of washes. And after that, it'll backfire and you'll get more dandruff. That much I know. That much I know. For real. See, Michelle, I love that. I love that. I don't hate my 2 brothers, but I don't associate with them. One of them pulled away from me first. I didn't do nothing to him, and he stays away, and I stay away. I stop asking. I don't want to know. I'll throw the tarot cards and ask the tarot cards why. Oh, I got a lot of tarot cards now. I didn't even play with my cards this week. I usually practice every day asking it a question. I didn't play with it this week. Anywho, they sent me back to school the next day. And my grandmother was an eloquent writer. That's where I got my skill from. She could write. And she wrote a note to the head nun, to the principal. And she didn't glue it. She just stuck the flap inside and she told me not to open it. So I didn't. I used to follow instructions. If you give me something, right, I could be as nosy as hell. And you say, don't look in this thing, don't open it, don't this, don't that, da, 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 da. As long as I don't have to take it on some airplane where you could have me set up, I'm going to drive that thing the way you want me to drive it to, or hand it to the person you want me to hand it to, especially if I trust you, right? You need a reading, child. We practice it over here, Richard, but I'm getting good. I'm getting real good at it. So I practice on Dean because Dean wants me to practice on him. And so many things that came out in those cards came true for Dean. And Dean goes, shit, I'm going to have to start paying your mom. When a Jada friend Justin pay $150 a month for some lady in England to read him, I said, what the hell? Child, I'm sitting on money. I don't think I would charge, though. I don't think I know enough about it. I'm basically going on intuition. You know what I mean? But I do have a cheat guide that I created that I might sell. See? That's my cheat guide. And I put the numbers like the ace through the 10, and then the court cards, and then the major arcana cards, the 22 extra cards that come in tarot that doesn't come in the deck, see? And I put like a couple of quick meanings as to what it means. So this is what I refer to. I have this on my phone too as a PDF, and oh, what does the 8 of swords mean? Oh shit, okay, that's what. Then I try to put it for what it means with the rest of the cards, to put it in a storyline, right? So Richard said he gonna cash out me. So anyways, um, I don't know what my grandma told that principal nun lady, but that lady clutched her invisible pearls. And I'm sure she didn't use any bad words because she never cussed. My grandma, she never cussed, but she knew words. She knew, my grandmother could hurt you more with words from the English language than cuss words. She could hurt you more with regular words, child. Oh my God. So, anyways, I held a grudge against that girl all these years. This happened when I was 11 or 12. I'm finna be 59. She's been married into the family at least 59 years. She got married when she was born, right? Probably longer than I've been married to Joe. Okay? And she came in my live one day and I saw her name and I was like, oh, fuck. I want to see this hooker. And she kept saying, and she had her maiden name. She didn't have her married name, right? She had her maiden name, which is my maiden name. No, her married name is my maiden name. And she was like, Bubsy, it's me. Do you remember me? It's so-and-so. Remember me? We went to school together. Remember me? I think I texted 27 Ave and told him to go block her or to mute her. Right, Richard? Richard, we could be 80 at the bingo hall. I carry a beef like a Sicilian. I didn't want to talk to her. And I don't have any concrete evidence that she did it, but she was the one that was clowning me. And then right after that, I got called out of the room. So I think she did it. I think she did it. What do you guys think? You guys think she did it? So fast forward in my adult years, that happened when I was 11, 12. I'm going to St. Luke's Church here in Fontana when the kids were little. I think Jada was newly born, 1995. So that first thing happened in 1978, 79. This is 1995. This white lady was married to this Mexican guy. And she had 3 little Mexican girls. They didn't look white at all. They didn't take nothing from her. Thank God, because she was ugly. And so she sat behind me in church all the time. And she leaned over one day with her nosy ass self and told me the same thing. He goes, you have nits. And I turn around and say, your little Mexican kids probably have nits, but not me. I snapped in church. I snapped. I told a whole man in church one day when I first got married to Joe, and his friend's brother kept calling me fat. You got fat. Because I was 150 when I got married to Joe. Then I was 205 within like 8 months. And she goes, you're fat. How you get so fat? And I say, fat like your wife, you know what? Joe had to drag me out the church. He goes, I can't take you nowhere. And I said, they're going to learn not to step to me with their bullshit. They're going to... I always have a response. So I knew that it was no damn nits. It was dandruff again. For the longest time, I haven't had any issue though. Ever since I used that stuff from England, I haven't had any issues. Yeah, and even though I told her, I said, no. I said, I've been here, done that before. It's not, Joe would have seen. You go see them little bugs jumping, right? I said, it's dandruff. I have seborrheic dermatitis. She probably don't know what the hell that is. Blah, 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 blah. I don't get head lice. I remember one time we were little bitty kids and me and my sister slept in the same bed and she got 2 rounds of head lice from the neighbors across the street. And I didn't get it at all. I didn't get it. And she slept in the same bed with me. But my sister hair is dry and my hair is oily. Head lice don't like oily hair because they slip out. They don't want to have to grip and stay in that hair. My hair, I wash my hair every day and see how oily it is. See? It's just something that I don't get. It's like when we go to Belize, mosquito will bite every one of us, but they won't bite Jory. They'll land on him. You'll see the mosquitoes, 15 of them on his arm. Not one of them bite him. We don't know what it is. We don't know what it is about Jory. For real, Richard. I went back this week to go watch Wednesday prayer service or something, Bible study, from the church that I used to attend because I want to see what bullshit they were talking still. And they were still talking the same bullshit. They were in that. They have their different topics that they preach different time of the year, right? So this time of the year, they're teaching about you're a son or a daughter of God, right? You're a son of God, because you know in the Bible everything's male, and it's the huos versus the teknon, right? So the huos, one I don't remember which is which, but I think the teknon is a literal son, like Joshua and Jory are Joe's son, right? Or my sons, they're teknons. And then if they were like how I take Richard as a son, or take 27 Av as a son, they're the huos, right? So they're not blood sons, but they're like a son. And that's what all of us are to God, because we're not his chosen people. We're not Jewish. And so we're huos, right? We're not teknon like the Jews. And that's what they're teaching right now at the church. I'm like, we're on this topic again. So of course, when they tell you you're a child of God, those people get fired up in the audience. It's like, yes, nothing can harm me. I'm a child of God. They have the topics that they teach on. Mosquitoes love me too, gal. Ooh, they love, you know who love me too? Ants. When the ants start to take this house, the ones that I'm allergic to, child, I can't even leave dirty clothes overnight in the laundry room. They're eating up all my clothes. And I don't have diabetes. I'll be checking my sugars. Girl, Richard, that ain't nothing new. Richard, let me tell you about that. So the church that we attended from '08 to 2016, off and on. We went like religiously for like a year, and then after that it was off and on. They used to lock the doors too, but they never said it. How we knew, it's because this girl joined the church the same time me and Joe did, and my friend Nisa, the one that's sick. And we went for classes together, and we had to take friggin' tests. After we went to those class, we had to take tests as to what we learned from the class, and it wasn't about religion or the Bible or God. It was about the church's history and the background of the church, and the Azusa revival, and when this happened, and who started the church, and how does the hierarchy work in the church. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, I don't need to know all of this. I'll say hi, pastor, and keep it moving. I don't want to work in the vineyard. So the girl was in class with us, then the girl disappeared. And I said, well, maybe she dropped through. She didn't join the church after all. Because they want to force you to become members, but it's not like, I want to be a member, and that's it. And you fill out a little member card, you know, saying, this is my name, this is my address, this is my email, right? It's not like that. You have to go to 6 weeks worth of friggin' history classes about the stupid ass church. So we went, and that's how we met our good friend Nisa. But this other girl was there, and she disappeared. So later on, she appeared like months later, and I go, I thought you quit. Where you been? And goes, oh, right after the classes were over, they hired me to work at the church, and I work in the like security. And I said, oh, okay, we didn't know. And it goes, so you're like undercover security or something while we don't see you? I guess she goes to a different service, because they have 4 services on a Sunday. And I said, okay, so good to see you, girl. And I said, so what kind of security do you do? You have to guard the pastor? Are you going to like jump in front of a bullet for him? You know, what the hell? How does it work, girl? And then she says, no, it's when it's offering time. We have to bar the doors. And I said, Ave Maria, we're locked in there? And she goes, yeah, but it's not for any nefarious reasons. It's just because they don't want somebody to come in and rob the church at that time. Because the minute they collect the offerings, the people who have the buckets go into a room and they lock the door. And I see them go into that room off behind the altar, and they go in there and they count the money. I suppose they talk to the pastor in his earpiece and tell him if he collected enough that night or something, because sometimes he'd be in there trying to raise $40,000. He don't even got 40 people in that goddamn church to raise $40,000. So he'll tell you, the Holy Spirit say, come up and bring $1,000. And I see these people go. And I say, but she just told me she was broke. So the next week I'll see that one person and go, how the hell did you find $1,000 to go up there? She goes, girl, I didn't have shit. I had $10. I put the $10 check in the thingy and put that in for the $1,000 and say, I'm paying down some towards it. They didn't never call me and Joe to bring no damn $1,000, and they didn't even know what we did for a living. It was towards the end when I stopped going, and I stopped going on Christmas Day 2016 because the pastor started to praise Trump, and I said, F this. At first he hated Trump, then he started to praise Trump, and I'm like, okay, bye, and I quit. I saw him at a funeral like 5 years later. And him and his wife loved upon us. They love us. They miss us. Come back, please. We're going to have the church celebration in May. Yada, yada. Come back. Past the birthday in May. I'm like, there. So she said they locked the door because they don't want nobody to rob the church. Look, I have 18 people in the chat. Ooh, 18. 18. And if you guys want to donate, my cash app is $Bear Pantry Show. Whatever money you send me, I'm going to put gas in my old 2004 Tahoe, which I'm never going to sell now because cars going to be scarce in a little while. But I'll put gas in my Tahoe and I'll go see my friend Nisa in Corona where she's at the hospice. She's on hospice, okay? I haven't seen her since she got sick, and all because of gas money, all right? When we went down to my mom's grave, we had to get off the freeway because the meter or the oil pressure switch, whatever the hell it is, that kept saying that the pressure for the oil was dropping low, and we thought that the truck ran out of oil, but it had oil, and it wasn't leaking. So we think that stupid switch went out again, and we just changed that 2 years ago. Yeah, and he didn't like him at first. He's like, no, he goes, you know, I don't like this gay marriage thing, but I don't want him, and blah, 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 blah. And okay, whatever. And then when he started, oh, God put him in power because of he wants a change for America. And I said, oh, shit, bye. So that's why I went back to go check Wednesday to go see if he's talking the same bullshit about Trump. But he didn't say nothing about no politics, child. He probably lost a lot of money to talk politics. So he was talking about Huos and Technon. And, you know, I know the series of thing that they teach because I used to go to my friend's church all the time, Grandma Dorothy's daughter. Oh, today is Grandma Dorothy's birthday, but, you know, she passed away a few years ago. And they have a set thing that they preach different time of the year, and they'll tell you the Holy Ghost told them a word that they need to teach you. But the Holy Ghost ain't spoke to them in 10 years. It's just what they follow based on the church's calendar. Jose, what are you doing, babe? Joe, what are you looking for?
The bread.
What bread? The sourdough?
No, the other one.
Baguette? That's done. There was a little nook like that left. Joshua ate that last night. I have sourdough up there. I have Creole bun, sourdough up there. And if you want me to make tortilla, I could get off and make you some tortilla. Huh?
No.
If you want me to make you some baguette, I'll make you some in the morning.
Yeah.
Or you'll make me some in the
You
morning.
got too much bread on the place.
You'll make me some in the morning?
No.
Huh? I have to leave all the ingredients out and measure out the yeast. Then all he does is throw the yeast in there, put the warm water, and make the bread for me.
I don't want that.
Ain't nobody talking to you, Joe. It's crazy. So when I saw that, that didn't shock me. Because all them money churches like that bar the door. You just don't know. If you go to a Pentecostal church or evangelical church or whatever, and it's offering time, the doors are gonna be bolted. If you have to go to the bathroom, too bad, so sad, you can't even make it to the bathroom because they ain't gonna open the doors until they collect all the money. And you can't even send and use that money for buy communion because they stingy with the communion. They only give the communion once a month, first Sunday of the month. Can I tell you that I used to steal the communion? Every time first Sunday come from the time I get sick in 2016, I would steal one for her. And if there wasn't enough in the little thing, I would keep mine for her. Because I know that the communion heals. At least I think that. Diane say hello, Daddy. They're all charlatan indeed. It's about their cars. You know, when I like that pastor and his wife. I like him better than his wife. His wife is very facetious. But in any way, one day he told us this story. And I think the story is true because he told the story several times throughout that whole week. At morning prayer, at evening prayer, at Bible study Wednesday, at choir practice Thursday, at the 4 services on Sunday. He been told the story. So I think the story is true. So apparently his wife had a car. Joe, was the car a Mercedes or a BMW? The wife car? Mercedes. So the wife had a Mercedes Benz. And I think the Mercedes Benz was it white on the outside and red on the inside? It was black? Black outside? It was black outside? Well, whatever it was on the outside versus the inside, he bought her the reverse. So if the car was white on the outside with red interior, he bought her red outside with white interior. Some shit like that. It might have been different colors. And they bought the car brand new, and they racked it up to 164,000 miles. So they kept it for a while. Kudos to them, right? So the wife's birthday was coming up and he wanted to do something nice for her, so he bought her another car. So I don't know what they were going to do with the old car, if they traded it in, sold it, whatever. So the car had to come from the East Coast because they didn't have that color scheme here on the West Coast. And so they had to pay extra to send it from the East Coast for her. And then nobody drove it. It had no miles on it, right? They just delivered it to her house. And she was upset when the car came because she didn't want that car again. She wanted like a different brand of car. She didn't want to go back with a Mercedes Benz. But apparently he didn't know. Or maybe if it was a Mercedes Benz, she wanted a different model. But apparently they didn't have that conversation. Or if they had the conversation, he didn't pay it any mind. And he just did what he wanted to do. Because me and Joe have conversations all the time. Joe will pick any other car except a Tahoe. Because he'll like anything else. He'll like a Hyundai. By the way, I found out we're saying that word wrong. It's not Hyundai. It's Hyundai. Hyundai. I heard a Korean person say it. Jesus Lord. So he'll like a Toyota, GM, Buick. He'll pick any other damn car except that Tahoe. Why? Because he said it's too much damn gas to run it, right? And I love my Tahoe. So anywho, the lady was upset, and I don't think she pitched a tantrum. The way he told the story, it's like she pitched a tantrum, but she doesn't appear to be that type of person. And she kept saying, no, I didn't pitch a tantrum. I just told him, oh, I'm grateful, honey, but you should have asked me because I didn't want to go with the L2. I wanted to go with the Zebra or whatever the hell. I don't know. Mercedes come with letters and numbers, right? And so she kept the car because he put in a lot of effort to get it. But the way he told the story was kind of like, man, I was like so upset because I felt like she was being ungrateful. And from me just listening into it, being a wife and having a really good husband like Joe, I kind of saw both sides of the story. And I'm like, you know what? I get it. I get it for her that she had something else in mind, that maybe she didn't make it clear enough to him or he didn't pay attention. And I get it on his part that he really tried to go above and beyond and do something nice for his wife. But this is the part that got to me. When he said, no wife of mine is going to drive a car with 164,000 miles on it, even though they were original miles. Because at that point, we had just bought our Tahoe back in 2015. And it came with 160 something thousand miles on it. And we were so grateful to have it. We still are, because we are the second owners. The people who owned it was an older couple in Arizona. They gave it to their young 20-something-year-old son when he moved to Southern California by the border to go to school. He couldn't afford the gas in it no more. So he sold it to this guy that put in car radios. And then the guy gave him a discount. I think they traded. He didn't sell it. He traded the Tahoe with the guy to get a car from the guy. The guy had another car he was selling. And the guy didn't buy and sell car. He just put in car radios. But every now and again, when a good car deal came along, he would buy it and sell it back. And so he traded a car for the Tahoe, and he threw in a good car radio for the guy. And then the Tahoe got a good car radio too, because the guy was going to keep it. The guy who bought it, he's some kind of Middle Eastern guy. He was going to keep the Tahoe. So he put a good sound system in it. So I have a really good sound system in the Tahoe. Oh, if Valencia come in, Valencia, I got your gift package. I went to the P.O. box yesterday and I got your gift package. I'm going to text you. Thank you so much. I opened it right away and took a listen, and I listened to like 3 other songs already. So anyways, when he put it up for sale and we went to buy the Tahoe, and he said it was just too big for him. It was just too big for everybody, but it was nice for me. And so we got a really good Tahoe, second owners, 160 something thousand miles when we got it. It's a bit over 200, probably 214,000 miles now, because we don't run it everywhere. And that hit me hard when he said, no wife of mine is gonna holy water. There's a song that's called Used to Be. It's called Used to Be. Look it up. It's by Stevie Wonder and some other female artist. I don't remember her name. And I don't think it's Charlene. I forget that lady's name. And it's such a powerful song. If you guys have a time, go listen to the words, or even just Google the words. Used to be by Stevie Wonder and a female artist. It's a duet. And it came out in the early 1980s, but it's everything that's going on in life. You know, love thy neighbor's wife and daughter. Drown yourself in holy water. It says everything that's going on with people in the world today. So the song never really became a top hit because it was too truthful. Yeah, so it's crazy. Evie's back in the house already, and I have to go pack breakfast and lunch. She's gonna come bother me and bother me and bother me. Yeah, they lock up the church, child. They don't lock up the Catholic churches or the Episcopalian churches, but they lock up the evangelical churches because they be collecting big money. They have people that make big money. When we were getting ready to stop going to the church, I think I gave a testimony. Joe did not like me giving testimonies. Joe said, don't give them people no testimony because you're telling them a little bit too much about our lives and they're going to latch on to us. So they I told the testimony of our business, and the preacher said, what do you guys do for a living? We were there 8 years. Never once does he know what we do for a living. And I said, we print plastic bottles. And then he's like, what? So you do that from your garage? I'm like, no, we have a warehouse where we establish our business and all our machines are there. And then he goes, so trucks come with like pallet load full of stuff? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, oh my God, you guys are doing business in deep waters. That's a scripture too, right? But you can't put no scripture on me because Barbara be knowing the scriptures because I read the Bible from cover to cover every year. Because I needed to know what it said for me, and for me only. For me. Okay? For me. It's crazy. So I'm continuing with my weight loss. So pretty soon, all these clothes are not gonna be here because they're gonna be too big. And some of them I can't take in because you see how they on a neat look. Child, how am I gonna take in these things? You just can't like sew a straight line on these layered things here. You know what I mean? But I'll get fabric and sew more. I'm learning every time I go. Every time I sew, I feel like my mom hits me upside my head from beyond the grave and says, why didn't you learn this shit when I was there? And then I go find all the clothes my mom made for me throughout the years. I have like 5 outfits that I really, really love that I'll never get rid of, no matter how fat I get or how skinny I get. And I saw how my mom did the blind hem stitch. And I saw how my mom has wide seams, not these little narrow seams that I be doing because I'm stingy with the cloth, because the cloth from Walmart comes with 45 inches wide instead of 60. You know, and my mom has these wide seams that, you know, they don't break apart. And I was like, God damn, my mom put a lot of work into making these dresses. Now that I know, you know, a little bit about sewing, I can appreciate the work she did, you know? Carla said, buy the books. Thank you, Carla. And thank you to everybody who bought a book. It's crazy. Well, we're done for the night. I think Joe found something to eat. He wanted, there was a little glob of baguette left from the other day when I made it. And Joshua ate the hell out of that last night. He cut it into 2 little slices. That's what Joe was looking for. Hi. Thomasina, last night you sent me that link. But girl, I couldn't log into that thing. My phone kept saying that it didn't trust the thing and it can't open it because it didn't trust it. And the browser said this. And I was going to wait for my son to come out of the room to help me with it. Maybe he had to turn off some kind of block or something off the phone. But he never did come out the thingy. I'm like, and I was sewing my damn hat. So I'm like, I'll deal with that later. I was sewing hats. See, I was sewing hats, girl. Oh, I told you guys I'm tired because I was up waiting for Jada last night. She gonna come late again tonight, but I'm gonna get a nap first and sit up with your goddaughter, your god puppy. Yeah, you gonna have to teach me how to get into that thing because you know I'm nosy and I wanted to be there. So let me talk some conspiracy theory before we end this live. So I heard when I finally turned back on the news yesterday on my phone, I heard that Jada's boyfriend, I know Zelensky is like 47 years old and Jada only 29, but Jada love her some Zelensky, okay? She says, oh my God, mommy, he's so smart. He was a lawyer, then he was a comic, and now he's the president, and he's fearless, and we love him. Even before that stuff happened at the White House, she's always adored what this man stood for, you know? So we call him Jada's boyfriend. So he said that Putin is not long for this world. And I didn't know how exactly he said it, right? And I didn't know if he really said it because people be lying out here in these YouTube streets. So I heard it from a card reader and I hadn't watched this card reader in a while, and I know she doesn't lie, but sometimes she'll get the story upside down, inside out, backwards. And she'll say, oh, I heard that da-da-da happened. Like lately she's been saying that this lady named Mia something, I forget her last name, is probably going to be in the government that takes over in the interim until they can straighten out all the mess after they remove Trump from office. And that Mia lady just died like on March 23rd. I'm like, but that lady dead. She's an ex-congresswoman from the Republican side that's from Utah. I'm like, she's a black lady. I'm like, that lady dead. Does she know that lady died? So it's not that she wants to lie. Sometimes she just gets the shit upside down, inside out, backwards. So I'm like, I'm going to go look it up myself. So then I saw another card reader say it, and I go, that one doesn't get it upside down, inside out, backwards. She's always on the money. I'm like, so something must have been said. So I went to go look. And it says that he said Putin is going to be unalive real soon anyways. Did you all heard that he said that? Hi, Hazel. Yes. Did you all hear that he said that? So why did he say this, pray tell? I didn't get the impression that he was going to do it. Although a friend of mine texted me this morning to tell me that they done blew up one of Pootie's limousines this morning or yesterday or something. Like I said, I didn't even know they had a damn earthquake. I thought the earthquake was yesterday. I didn't know that it was the day before. I didn't know that it was Thursday, right? My aunt told me about a car chase that they had yesterday in the LA area where the guy was going 170 miles. Can pickup trucks even go 170 miles an hour? Was my aunt like exaggerating? And when the man came out, he had so much damn strength, like he was on something, that it took like 9 police officers to take his ass down. I said, girl, I'll be missing everything because I'm over here just sitting, popping my gum, watching my Lifetime, and sewing my little hats. I done missed everything. So anyways, I went back to go check because I remember Libby from Meister Tarot. All right, Hazel, if you have things on that, send that for me, please. Hazel, please send that for me because Libby from Meister Tarot, Maighster, I think is the name. I think Meister means like Mr., but like in old Gaelic, whatever. Okay, so Libby from Meister Tarot has been saying for months that Pootie or Put is unalive. That he's been unalive for at least 18 months. And what we've seen are body doubles. And that they have him in a drawer somewhere in the MOG. You guys know what I'm saying. I gotta be careful up here on the YouTube streets. And that they're keeping him in the icicle state because they're trying to figure when to announce that he's unalive. And she says they're going to pay off one of those body double people family real well. They're going to leave money for his family so that they can unalive him in some type of lying ass way, telling libel somebody did it that didn't do it. And then that's when they're going to unceremoniously, behind the scenes, bury the carcass that's in the MOG, in the drawer, and then do a big thing forward for this body double. She been saying that. No, all them card readers, son one start to say that. They weren't saying it before. She been saying that. All right, cool. Cool, Sina, darling. Hazel, send me what a British professor they say, because this is only card readers. You guys might not believe it if the card readers say it. But if some professor say it, you might believe, right? Tim Wilson? Okay, Tim Wilson. We gonna look. So it's not really a conspiracy theory then. Yeah, they saying that he's unalive, that it's the Kremlin that's making all these decisions. It's not him. So, and I don't think Zelensky slip up. That man is smart. He was a whole lawyer, right? Child. And he didn't get caught on a hot mic. And what about this signal gate that's happening, right? Then people think that that's done. Oh, they found out, we weathered the storm and we gonna move on. That thing not done. There's more that's gonna drop. You see the same solar eclipse what happened today? There's something else that happened behind the scenes that we're gonna see maybe a week or two from now. We're gonna go, oh, Ave Maria, that happened? Because this should happen on the last solar eclipse, at the end of the solar eclipse, and on the Ides of March. That's when that should happen. The chat gate thing. When then people, no. Can we talk for a quick second before the battery die on the phone? Don't you think Mike Waltz, not Tim Waltz, but Mike Waltz, is a little whistleblower? Because why he have that reporter in for his phone like that? I have Sherry Shepherd in my phone. I don't even have her under her real name. Because if somebody steal my phone, they ain't going to get that lady number out of my phone. Although my phone has a password on it. Carla, didn't we sit down and talk about that thing, say maybe he named God neither? Like, we didn't see his body. Fidel. We didn't see Fidel's body. Usually they had it out on display. My neighbor texted me something and says, look what I found. I'm in Victorville. What did she find? That girl give the best gifts. If she finds something that she know that I would love, she bite right away and bring it for me. She's such a sweet. You guys pray for her, okay? She's the one that lost her one and only child a few years ago to that thing that was like an aneurysm, but it wasn't an aneurysm. It's another thing like similar to an aneurysm. 10-year-old baby. He was just about to be 10. Lost her beloved baby. I got excited for a second because if she finds something she knows I would like it, she'll buy that sucker and bring it right now. What a sweet friend. I pay her back in food. I made bread. I made cake. Girl, bring it. Bring it. I have to, you see that video that I made with the I'm going to put up one more kombucha video. You guys, please bear with me. I'm going to put up one more video tomorrow in the profile orientation about kombucha. And it's about the tools that you're going to need to do kombucha. And it's because I made it as a series at TikTok. And I figured if people would find it on YouTube too, it would benefit them. So one more kombucha video. And then we're going to go back into some other fun thing. Okay? I'm telling you, there's... You know who I think might be unalive sooner than later? Sooner meaning maybe this year. And I'm not wishing it. I'm truly not wishing it. I think Charles. King Charles. He's still taking Nemo. If you know what I mean. He's still taking Nemo. And he had a bad reaction to it the other day. Sometime this week that just ended. I know what that's like. My mom used to take Nemo. And sometimes you do have a bad reaction to it. My mom didn't have any bad reaction in 2012, but in 2016, it just didn't work anymore. The thing was too far gone, right? He had a bad reaction to the Nemo. And they still not tell me what kind of big C he have. It's not prostate. I think it's bladder. I really think it's bladder. Because they found it when he went in for a prostate test, but it's not prostate. They said it's not prostate. They're not going to lie just like that. I still don't think Kate was sick. I think they lied to us about that. I think she was pissed at William because William made a cheat with that gal, allegedly. And she threw a tantrum and said, I'm not going to be seen in public with you. I don't think she was sick. And I think that video that they made, I think that was AI. No, they said it was the Nemo. They said it was the... We got so... The pig? She has a pig that oinks, but she doesn't like it. And Hazel, do you think that man out there is Charles' older brother? Not Charles' older brother, Charles' older son with the horse face witch? You think that man out there from Australia is his son? If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up that story. Charles and Camilla's son who lives in Australia. Me and Carla think he is, right, Carla? Look how me to throw Carla under the bus, yeah. Me and Carla think that man could be their son for true, though. If favor has face, you know, favor Charles, but if favor has face. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really feel like Charles could go this year. And I don't want him to go because I know he not like Trump. He can't stand Trump, how Trump not like the environment. So if he's going to go, go after Trump. Trump going this year for sure. I don't give Trump no day pass for him birthday, June 14th. And I don't think it's going to be through nefarious, you know what. I think it's going to be just a heart attack. A plain old grab your chest, shit in your pants, drop down eye bulging out of your head, heart attack. I think that's what he's going to have. Because I really believe he has constricted arteries. I believe they put stents in back in November. And I believe blood still to trickle. That's why he spazzes out in his brain from time to time. He don't got no damn dementia. He got lack of blood supply to the brain. And to the feet too. That's why he wear them weird shoes. Because you know what I suspect about that, right? We ain't going into that again. It seems like sister giving horrible lady a run for her money. Who that? Who's that? Carla, I don't know who that the horrible lady and who that the sister. I'm lost. No, I don't really like Charles because of what he did to Diana. But I like how Charles doesn't like Trump. You know what I mean? I don't like what Charles did to Harry. When that young man said, I want to leave. I feel like he wanted to leave that family before he meet that girl. That girl just got his strength for leave. But they're going to always want to tell you. Carla, we have to talk soon. She says with all different bicycle puzzles, something. What the hell? She didn't text me no hell and I can't see what the hell she's saying. It's something about my dad. You see my face, right? It's to the point now when the man say, he didn't even recognize me. Mama used to pose like this all the time. Richard, look. Richard, look. Mama used to pose like this all the time. He don't have no dementia. Just saying. Yeah, you know, like Putin either. Because Charles, no matter what Charles did to Diana, I blame the queen for Diana because she forced Charles to marry Diana when Diana didn't like her. Diana wanted the horse face niche. I mean, Charles wanted the horse face niche. And then the marriage never lasts and then they hate Diana. The hell? My mom used to pose all the time like this when she's cussing you out. You tell her something and she cuss you out and she does this. And she don't say a word. Oh, God. Oh, okay, so the sister. Okay, what's she name again? I forgot what she name. She not like that niche. You know, I like that word better than even the B word. Niche. I look what she Anne. Princess Anne. Not like she at all. No, my sister like my neighbor's calling. Give me a one if you can hear me. I have 17% battery left. Give me a one if you can hear me. My neighbor's calling me. I don't have her number in my next phone. I don't have her number in my drug dealing phone. Okay, thank you. Jada say, every time I pull out that next phone for a Spectrum, Jada say, is that your drug dealing phone? No, that's the phone that I had to get in order to save $30 on the damn internet. But come July, they're going to start charging me $20 a month for the service of using that phone. And I don't want to pay it. I'll only be saving $10 then on the internet if I have to spend out $20. I think I'm going to tell them cancel it and then renegotiate my contract and then find somebody else to go with. Cancel their asses. Go somewhere else. I don't know who the hell are going for internet though, because we only have AT&T or Spectrum. So we're kind of stuck. Unless I go with Google Fiber, and I don't know if that will work. Liz interfered with the 3 older kids' love lives and they all got divorced. You notice that, right? You notice that for real, for real. And I liked Fergie. I really liked Fergie. She almost became persona non grata when she was selling secrets from the palace. But then that crap came out about Andrew and Epstein and took the heat off of her for a second, right? But I like Fergie. I love Diana. I used to like William and Harry, but now I don't like William no more. And like he, nor Kate, nor Louis. That last picnic, not like he neither. I like George and what did he girl name? Penelope? Some big white name like that. Charlotte. You guys, this has been fun, but I have to go call my neighbor. My neighbor from across the street is in Victorville, and she finds something out there that I need to know about. And I ain't getting no more puppies, so it better not be no damn puppy. I'm going to go see what the hell she's trying to tell me, okay? To move against Harry. I believe she did. I believe she did. And I believe William was the one that said the N-word thing about the girl. And that girl, I don't understand them people at all, because even Dora, what's she name? Megan Ma? Is it Dory or Dora? Even Dora, she looked mixed. The girl got a white dad, a mixed mom. And everybody, oh, she black, she black. But they don't want to call me black though. They want to call me Latina. They want to take away my black card. How the hell I ain't black too? My sister love her show though, but I can't see, I don't got no Hulu. I ain't paying for none of anything. I have to pay $12.99 a month for what the hell the thing called Canva. Every second of the month, $12.99. Girl, bye. All right, peoples. Thank you for coming in. I'm gonna go call back my neighbor real quick before I lose all the battery. I'm gonna see what's going on with Rich's mommy, and somebody else wanted me to call them too, right? You guys, thank you so much for your time. I know you could be spending your Saturday afternoon doing anything else fun you want to do, but you came and sat and listened to me just talk bull all day. I think, Josh, we're going to turn this channel into a family drama channel. And we don't even have to make up the drama. 6/18, Joshua, saw your birthday. We don't even have to make up the drama. Just remember, Fergie is a tomboy. Just remember, although she was on the beach getting her toes sucked by that rich billionaire, that's the only way to go, girl, Fergie. Today on the partial solar eclipse, something else happened behind the scenes that's going to come out real soon. I feel that in my bones. All right, that's my intuition. I feel that. Give it a week or two, and I feel like another bombshell is going to happen about this administration. You guys, I love you all. I'll probably do another live tomorrow. Maybe on the camera from the office. Andrew's first love was Cool Stark. I remember that name. I remember that name. Oh my God. Hazel Gal, you took me all the way back. Hazel, you take cool. I remember that. Oh hell. Then Andrew become a lead preve with Epstein and them. Oh shit. Girl, I'm gonna go look up all this stuff again now, see? But poor Charles, he waited so long to get this position. Mommy didn't say position, it's position when you're royal. And then as he get it, he drop sick. You know that they keep him together with duct tape, baking soda water. They probably don't know nothing about soursop leaf. So they don't get no soursop leaf, but they probably get baking soda, hydrogen peroxide, They're getting all kind of shit to try to keep him alive, to keep that cancer at bay. But it's like shit when cancer already turned 3 or 4. Cancer already turned 3 or 4. That means the cells are already roaming free in your body. All they could do is drench you with Nemo so that you can make that shit go back to sleep and you can wake up back at any time again, especially when you're under stress. So that's why I got mitigate my stress. All right, peeps, let me go call my neighbor. Remember, I might have some news to tell you guys at the end of this week coming. And I might do it in a live or I might do it in an edited video. We'll see, okay? Just keep in mind that you guys have prayed for something. Well, he's a drunk. He's a lush, allegedly. You guys prayed for something for me and something came true. But the reason I can't talk about it yet is because some things have to be finalized. And the Holy Ghost say, don't say it public yet until all this is finalized. And then you can come back and tell the public that one of their prayers came true. That's a testimony, right? We have to tell the testimony so that we can build our faith. And we're really grateful. We're really grateful. But we got to finalize different things on the dotted line before I can tell you guys what it is that you guys prayed for us. And it just takes a little while. It takes a little while, okay? But something good happened to us. No, we didn't win the friggin' lottery, but I'll tell you guys. Bye, guys. Richie, give me like 5 minutes and I'll call you. Make a call this gal over the street first, okay? Bye.